Yeah, thank you. Good night. Wow. What's wrong with you? Hadn't you heard I'm crazy? Yeah, wow. Wow. Yeah, well, Michael Card had a great song. Of course, most people think of El Shaddai and all the great ones he wrote, but I love the one that seems I've imagined him, talking about Jesus, all of my life as the wisest of all of mankind. But if God's holy wisdom was foolish to men, he must have seemed out of his mind. Anyway, the chorus, we in our weakness believe we were strong. He became helpless to show we were wrong. We in our foolishness thought we were wise. He played the fool to open our eyes. So we follow God's own fool, for only the foolish can tell. To be beyond believable, come be a fool as well. Well, I'm up here. I'm a fool. I did extremely well on all the national testing, despite the information that I'm so dumb. But anyway, I tell you about dumb. And I wish they could use, at least come up with a few more syllable words to describe me. Dumb, really? That's the best you can do. But there was a little girl. It's pretty tragic, or could have been. A little girl got too close to a tiger cage while her parents weren't watching, and the tiger swept with his paw, and his claw caught her jacket, and he pulled her up to the cage, and he would have had her for lunch, but a young man jumped overhead, ran over there, punched him hard as he could in the face, grabbed the little girl while the tiger was stunned, and got her back to her parents, who were screaming. And anyway, the guy ran over and said, I'm with the New York Times. I've never seen anything so courageous. That was just incredible. He said, I just reacted. I didn't even think. I just reacted. He said, well, I want this on the front page of our paper tomorrow, this kind of courage. Tell me about yourself. He said, well, I don't know what's to tell. I'm a Christian, and we believe in helping others, and we're supposed to love each other, and I lovingly saw her, and I guess I do vote Republican. And the next day the headline was, Christian Republican assaults Asian immigrant and steals his lunch. So, it's kind of hard to get a fair shake these days in the newspaper. You may have noticed. Look, I have prayed, I've sought wisdom, trying to figure out what the role of the United States is. I know I've taken an oath in the United States Army, and as a prosecutor, and as a judge, and as a Chief Justice, and as a member of Congress, to support and defend the Constitution. And I'm glad to see you, because this is supposed to be a true story. An elderly lady was taking the oath for citizenship for the first time, and asked her would she support and defend the Constitution against all enemies, foreign and domestic, and she said very sheepishly, well, I guess so, but do I have to do it by myself, or will I have some help? Well, we're supposed to be helping, right? But what is our role? I will support and defend the Constitution. The reason I am such an avid supporter of Israel is that I happen to believe one of the very best things we can do for the United States of America is to be the best friend Israel has. Now, I think, there's a chance it's not true, but I happen to believe that since God gave an oath that those who bless Israel will be blessed, that there's a good chance that's true. I have been looking feverishly, trying to, especially over recent years, looking for a verse that says those who betray Israel will be blessed. I haven't found that one, so I'm very concerned these days about what's going to happen to us. God has blessed us. We don't exist as a nation without God's blessing. It doesn't happen. So, and I've got friends that all they do is just study end times, They're so heavenly, it's hard for them to be earthly good, but they, really, I don't spend a lot of time on end-time prophecy. I figure if the angels don't know, why should I try to figure it out? But I know we're supposed to live as each day may be the last. But what is our role going forward? We have turned so far from God. But you look at our history, every time I talk about God or Scripture on the floor of the House, we get calls into the office from people irate. They don't know that for most of our history, Scripture was normally brought up in support of a bill as a reason to pass a bill. And now you want to condemn the use of Scripture on the floor of the House? It's still a good idea. But some say, no, I can see the United States here in these end-time prophecies. Some say, no, we're not there. I don't know, and I'm not here to tell you that I know. But I do know we need to be Israel's friend if we expect to be around. So, we've already played a vital role